Welcome, dear pastors, to the ICF Movement Updates. We are trying something new and are going to present to you some of the informations that we normally put into the pastors coaching in May already in advance, so you get those a bit earlier this year. And we just want to make sure that you have a maximum amount of time available in the coaching in the Riverside, time for meetings and just to discuss about other things. So we thought it'd be great to just give you those informations already in this format. So we'll give you a couple of updates in different areas, and we are going to start off with Nick, and he's going to take you into some of the updates in regards to our finances. Take it away.
Thank you, Joel. Hello, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon in Riverside. And as Joel said, we want to start with the financial report. I have the financial report 2016. It's not the final report because the revision hasn't been done yet. It will be done in the next couple of weeks, but it's pretty much the financial figures of 2016. We'll just go through. I don't want to go too much into details. If you have questions, you can ask me when you see me next time and shoot me an email. So you see on the first page the operating income of the ICF movement for 2016 compared to 15. We have the income from the movement fee that was still 2.5%, changed to 3.5% this year. It's a bit less than the year before. This can vary when the churches are growing or less growing, so that's not such a big thing. Income Reach Global that we had for 2016 is also quite significant growth. And then we have the pastors coaching timeouts that is quite much more than 15 because our Asia trip in October was of course more expensive, and so that's why we have a bigger income there. So you see the total operating income of the ICF movement in 2016 was 873,000 and something Swiss francs. We're talking Swiss francs here. So that's the income side of the ICF movement. Now we go into the cost side, the expenses, and here we have the different costs. On the one hand, we have the expenses for development. That's, for instance, the REACH projects that we pay through the development, and the expenses for coaching and project is the pastors coaching, and these things that we finance with the money of the ICF movement. It gives us a service cost of 400,000 and something. And then we have the personal cost from the movement team, salaries, social charges, etc. And so we have total personal costs of around 340,000 on that end. So you see, when it comes to the salaries, we had we did cut a couple of positions. That's why we have less salaries paid through the ICF movement in 2016. On the next page, and I won't go into details in that one. If you want, you can browse through here to go through, but that's other operating costs like office rent and all these things, legal advice and everything that we need. It's much less than 2015, especially when it comes to the legal fees, where we had the whole licensing of the ICF movement logo in 2015 that generated quite some costs. So you see the total expenses is 780,000 approximately that we had in 2016. So at the end of the last chart, you see the overall. On the next one, Joel, thank you. Yes, so you see again total income 873. We have expenses of 789. So we have a profit of 84. What we did, I don't want to go into accounting details, but just to let you know, when we have more income than expenses, what we are doing in the movement is that we're building a fund. You see building support fund. With this fund, we have the possibility of the next couple of years to support projects, also have some reserves for years where maybe we have less income. So the net profit at the end of the day is positive. but most of the profit has been put in a fund that is carried on into the next year. So this is very shortly the financial report 2016. As I said, if you have any questions about that, you can shoot me an email as soon as it is we have the revision. You can, of course, ask me and I'll send you the report so you can go into all details if you're interested. Now, I want to briefly go over the ICF Movement budget 2017, a budget that it's important for you to know that the whole movement leadership team has gone over this budget, over every position, and this is the budget that the movement leadership team has agreed on for this coming year. And so on the next slide, you see the positions of the budget. We have salaries that are also decreasing this year. We have representation costs for Leo, who is working about a third of his time for the movement, so that's part of the salary of the movement, office, administration cost. Maybe another thing that is important to see is that the movement coachings, we changed that so that the different movement or country leaders get a bit more money to do the coaching in the different countries, the development. So that's an increased sum. And another thing that is new is that we have budgeted something for the ICF network that we are starting, or we have started last year, but this year we really want to take off with the ICF network, so we have some money budgeted there. So you see here also we have a positive budget, and that's the plan for this year. Maybe one thing that is important for you to know, the position mission is Andy Struckler's salary. We decided now that we changed to 3.5%, that he will, that his salary is not in the team salary up there, but is as a mission part of the movement, is that we're supporting family Struckler in Cambodia, and that's what you find there on the mission, this one. Again, this is the budget 2017 that the whole movement team has agreed on. If you have any question about that, please ask me. I'll be at the coaching in at the Riverside, and we can go through the positions if you have any questions. Okay, next information, #Jesus. I think we all agree on that #Jesus was a huge success this year. We had many very positive reports from you guys. Thank you so much that you came on board for this #Jesus series. I think we had a great impact on social media, in our churches. We have many stories, and so we decided that we want to make #Jesus a regular movement-wide series towards Easter also next year. And so #Jesus 2018 is planned, and we will inform you in due date what the topic will be and the whole visuals and everything. But I hope that you will be again part of this #Jesus series in 2018, and let us continue growing this #Jesus brand and really increase impact over Easter with this series as a whole movement. So this is an info about this series. Now, Joel, up to you.
Fantastic. So as you probably do remember, we've launched a leadership development project about a year ago, and we decided that we wanted to, similar to Next Step, think about the way we do leadership in the ICF movement and in the ICF churches. So we have worked on that for the last couple of months, and I want to give you a update on that one. We've discussed a lot about the detailed grade of how much we wanted to define for the whole movement, and we felt like it's smarter for us to have a common leadership culture at a relatively high level that we share as a common ground in the whole movement, rather than going into too much detail, because we have such a diversity of sizes and church structures as well when it comes to where we are at with leadership. So we came up with that plan that we will be having a common leadership culture that we will be sharing with you in further detail as well. And we will then have a set of resources that we want to give out into the movement that you can use just to implement and strategically build leadership in your church. So this will include something like a basic leadership training for group leaders, which kind of serves like as an entry-level training for leaders. We will also have something where we are talking about how we want to live out the ICF styles as a leader, and also a bit of an overview of how we can lead as an example. And further things will be that we are going to provide you with a template for leadership structures and leadership levels that you could implement in your church. And you can also look at the competencies, responsibilities, and the tasks that each level has. So that's something which we are developing with ICF Munich, and which we're going to be implementing in ICF Zurich and ICF Munich first, and which will be released as part of that resource package. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to continuously come up with different resources for each of those leadership levels that can be helpful to grow leaders on each level. You have a bit of a timeline down there. So we'll be talking about the leadership culture in May at the coaching with you. Leo is going to take us into that, and then we will be developing that basic leadership training after that from June till November. We've already started with that, so that's going to be a phase where we're going to test that, we're going to translate it, we're going to implement it, and then release it to the movement. We're also going to build up that resource platform. I'm planning with around fall 2017 when the first resources should become available on that one. We don't know exact dates on how that's look like, because this is also going to be something that we are going to be releasing other resources on. So that is a bit of an update in regards to the leadership project. Why don't you take us, Nick, to the church management system?
Thank you, Joel. That was amazing. Church management system, Elvanto. We have, I think it was last October where we oriented that we are evaluating a new church management system. We have decided by the end of the year that ICF Zurich, we will go and take Elvanto as new church management system. ICF Munich is already implementing Elvanto as a church management system, as an overall system that will also help us in the whole management of our members and integration and organization and all of that. So Elvanto is a great system, and so as ICF Zurich, we will start implementing the system in the second half of 2017. So we highly recommend you guys to look into this. We think it's a great system for churches of every scale. And as an ICF movement, we have a deal with Elvanto that allows you to have a great money return when you take that. Great conditions, money conditions. So if you're interested in Elvanto, please contact us and we can help you guys to be hooked up with this company and start implementing. As I said, Munich is implementing. We are implementing in the next couple of weeks. And so if you're waiting a couple of more months, you will be able to start with already set structure, and so you don't have to start from scratch. So I highly recommend you guys to contact us so we can help you with the whole timeline of implementation of Avant. Yes, that's it.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that one. So next thing we wanted to share a little bit about is the topic of getting information to you. We really feel that we want to increase the just the level of information when it comes to getting that out to all the movement pastors, and so we're talking about different ways of doing that. We're looking into launching a leadership live stream with Leo and Susanna in the next couple of months as well, where the idea would be that we would just have regular input from movement topics and also leadership topics that you could also share with your staff and key leaders. And we will probably try and go ahead to do updates like this one here in the future as well. So just a bit of a heads up on that one. Next thing we wanted to share about is the ICF network. As Nick said, this is really something we want to build into in the next couple of months, and we've been able to launch the network, which has been a really great step. So that one is now available for sign up. People can sign up on icf.church/network. You can also find all the details of what that looks like. Basically, we really want to build a network for pastors that are not part of the movement, not part of an ICF church, but for churches that really say, hey, I want to just benefit from what ICF has in store, and also the experiences that we have as a church planting movement. And we've really seen a lot of questions coming in regards to that. We would just want to connect people, we want to connect leaders, we want to inspire them for growth, and we want to equip churches. That's the goal of the ICF network. There's a free membership which will give access to leaders from local churches to a resource platform that we're currently working on. And then there's a full membership which is designed for senior pastors and senior ministers of churches. This one is free for 2017, so that's a really exciting thing. Also, really appreciate your help with that, just spreading that and getting as many local pastors to sign up with that. It's going to cost something from next year onwards. You can find the list of all the benefits that come with that on the website. There's different things that come with that, like conference, deduction on ticket pricing, access to the pastor's lounge, and other things. So we actually had our first ever ICF Network Day in Munich in April, which was fantastic. We had over 70 people there from all over Germany. We are working on the next ICF Network Day, which is going to be in November, where Pastor Jeffrey Rahmat from JPCC will be joining us, which is really exciting. So that's going to be on the 7th and 8th of November in Switzerland and in Germany. So again, that's something you guys can really invite pastors and pastor friends that want to stay connected with us. That would be fantastic if you could help with that. Next thing we are going to share with you, and that's going to be the last one for today, is a bit of an update on Reach 2016 and 2017. We had for Reach 2016 a commitments coming in from all over the movement of 177 over 1,000 Swiss francs, and we got an effective income of more than that even, which is really fantastic. We got 186,000 and a bit Swiss francs, which is really cool. We had 39 ICFs, including locations, participating. So absolutely phenomenal start. And you can see the list of projects that we've been able to really make a significant difference as a whole movement. So we really are super pumped to see what we can do with Reach. And the great thing, great news is that already this year, we're doing strong again. So we got commitments in so far already. We're about the same height as last year. I'm expecting there to be a little bit more commitments coming in still. And we've already got the first few ICFs contributing into the Reach 2017. We got this year 44 ICFs joining, so that is looking fantastic. And as we said before, we're going to continue partnerships with Reach projects. So this year we don't have Grow included, but we have still ICF Cambodia, ICF Tel Aviv, where we are having a new startup in Haifa as well, and our partner from ABC, which is for Christians who are suffering persecution and also other people who are in strong need, especially now with the refugee crisis. So thank you so much for making a massive difference with that. You can find out more about the project details and the things that were happening in the resources, the Reach resources. And we are looking to continually improve those resources as well. So you will get more and more detailed information in the future as well on the projects and what they're actually doing on the ground. So just again, thank you so much for making that different. That's really an amazing thing that we get to be part of as a movement. Yeah, that was pretty much it from the updates. Again, if you guys have any questions, we would really love to contact us directly. You can write us an email or just chat with us at the ICF Pastors Coaching in Riverside. So I guess that's probably it.
Thank you, Joel. That was, I think, great information. And as Joel said, we're looking forward to seeing you in a couple of days in the Riverside. And if you have questions, shoot us an email or talk to us when you're there. We're looking forward to seeing you and to seeing you in the Samsung Hall for our conference. It's going to be amazing, amazing couple of days here in Zurich, and we're really looking forward to go into these conference seasons with you guys. All the best and see you soon.
Bye.